In a country where boxing rarely makes headlines, one name has managed to break through the noise: Majembe. Not because of titles or international belts, but because of something more powerful: raw ambition, controversy, and a story that resonates with ordinary people. As of now, Majembe is still in the early stages of his career, but his influence has grown rapidly through viral moments, street credibility, and media exposure. While he is not yet a professional champion, his name is already becoming a cultural symbol among Kenyan youth. This modest figure reflects his grassroots status, with income mainly from small fight payouts, donations, and emerging opportunities rather than formal contracts. But Majembe's story isn't about money, it's about momentum. Early life, humble beginnings in Kisumu. Majembe's journey begins far from fame, in the streets of Kisumu, where survival often demands resilience before opportunity. Born around 2004 to 2005, Majembe is reportedly 21 years old as of 2026 and the firstborn in his family. Growing up in a modest environment, he experienced firsthand the realities many young Kenyans face: limited financial resources, few structured sporting opportunities, and the pressure to support family from an early age. Unlike athletes groomed in academies, Majembe's early training ground was the streets, where toughness mattered more than technique. The entry into boxing: passion over structure. Majembe did not enter boxing through formal systems. Instead, his journey reflects a common African sports narrative: self-discovery driven by passion. He began boxing roughly 3 years before 2026, navigating a system with minimal funding, limited exposure, and little institutional support. This lack of structure shaped his style: raw and aggressive, emotion-driven rather than technical, and built for survival, not aesthetics. His early fights were not glamorous. In one widely discussed instance, he reportedly earned as little as 1,600 Kenyan shillings for a fight, highlighting the harsh realities of grassroots boxing. But instead of quitting, Majembe leaned into the struggle. Rise to recognition, viral fame, and street credibility. Majembe's breakthrough didn't come from championships. It came from visibility. His rise is closely tied to appearances on Kenyan media platforms, viral clips on social media, and his unapologetic personality. A major turning point came through interviews and features on platforms like Obina TV and TV47, where his authentic, unfiltered storytelling connected with audiences. He wasn't polished. He wasn't media trained. But he was real. This authenticity turned him into a youth icon, especially among urban audiences, social media users, and fans of underdog stories. The rivalries. Entertainment meets boxing. No rising fighter becomes relevant without conflict, and for Majembe, rivalry became a defining element of his brand. Majembe versus Alfeo. This rivalry transcended sport. It became a viral online movement, a youth-driven cultural moment, and a blend of memes, debates, and fandom. The fight and its build-up created a community-driven spectacle, where fans didn't just watch, they participated. Majembe versus Mbavu Destroyer. Perhaps his most anticipated rivalry, this matchup gained national attention, backed by public interest, even attracting support from political figures, and framed as more than a fight, a statement of identity. This rivalry elevated Majembe from a local boxer to a national conversation topic. The reality, struggle behind the spotlight. Despite the growing attention, Majembe's journey remains far from glamorous. He has openly spoken about financial struggles, lack of sponsorship, and the difficulty of sustaining a boxing career in Kenya. His story reveals a deeper truth. Talent alone is not enough. Structure, support, and opportunity matter. And yet, what makes Majembe compelling is not his success, but his refusal to stop. Personality and public image. Majembe's biggest asset is not his boxing, it's his persona. He represents resilience, street confidence, and relatability. He is not seen as a distant celebrity, but as one of us who made it into the spotlight. This connection is why his fan base continues to grow. Career status. 2026, between promise and uncertainty. As of 2026, Majembe stands at a crossroads. What he has: strong public recognition, viral popularity, and a loyal youth following. What he lacks: professional contracts, consistent income, and structured career progression. This creates a unique situation. He is famous, but not yet established. Legacy in the making. It's too early to define Majembe's legacy, but his impact is already visible. He has brought attention to grassroots boxing, inspired young people to pursue sports despite challenges, and turned personal struggle into public motivation. Even if he never becomes a champion, his story represents something bigger: the rise of street-born athletes in the digital age. Majembe's story is not about titles. It's about timing, struggle, and identity. He stands at the intersection of sport, culture, and social media. And that intersection is powerful. Because in today's world, influence doesn't always come from winning. It comes from being seen, being heard, and being real. Majembe hasn't conquered boxing yet, but he has already conquered attention. And in the modern world, that might be the first step to everything.